Okay, so I got something to show you. I think you'll find this rather interesting. Now, here what we have is we have a completely fed system. And here what we have is this. Cute little sucker, right? So, what I've done here is there we go. So, okay. I'm going to there we go. I want you to take a good close look at this. How long it took me to make this is about a third of the time it will take you to install this onto a flash drive. Just finished doing this as a test. Works fine. Works beautifully. So you could burn it onto a DVD, a USB, an SD card. The size of it is 2.83 gigs, and I've added about 4 gigs of persistence. So onto this USB drive. So here, there we go. And voila. There we go, guys. I call her Frankenmo. Included in this lovely ISO, this distributable ISO that you could either install, or put onto a USB. My best suggestion would be to make a copy of it, tuck it away safe and sound, nice and pristine, and then use the other copy to mess around with, ruin, wreck, whatever you want to do. But it took up 2.83 gigs, and there's desktop 2, the backlit version of desktop 1, piece in Moose Handler that I did. So all this has on it really is qtsdk. So frankly, putting say a running VirtualBox of an SDK for 770 or the N800 to N810 line or the N900, I could put them all onto like one distro like this. But you'd probably need a 32 gigabyte flash drive, which isn't so bad, but you'd have every environment that you could work in on a pen drive, with space to work, so yeah, and space to save work, so you could take your work with you wherever you went, on a pen drive or an SD card for that matter. So yeah, anyway, as an example, So yeah, and there we go, guys. Qt Creator. Bow, bow, bow. So yes, so that's what I have on this one. So, you know, it's possible to create four distributions, live ISOs, live USB, live medium ISOs that have the environments separate. So one would have for the 770, the scratch box for 770 on it. Another ISO would have one for the N900, and another would have an ISO for the N800 and N810. And they would only take up about, well, you could put them onto an 8 gig USB and have plenty of space left over for development and packages and downloading stuff onto it and installing stuff onto it and the whole bit. So there we go. All I need are the VMDKs, you know, of running instances of clean, or as close to clean as possible, of those platforms. You know, one for Diablo, one for Fremantle, and one for, I swear it was Gregale, but maybe you could get Bora running for the 770. So there we go. And that's about it. I need those. You know, and you know, I don't particularly want to see blood coming out of my ears from having to do the work, all that nightmarish work myself. So, you know, if you want this stuff, you know, here it is. Here it is, guys. You know, it doesn't get any easier. It doesn't get any simpler. For you, you can just plug in, hit a button, and away you go. No horror stories anymore. You know, no outdated, you know, whatever that you have to run it on, or in a virtual environment that's old and decrepit and outdated. You know, we can actually have this now. We can have it as something that's viable. So that's it. Yeah. And of course, I'm going to, you know, this is on Lubuntu, and it's 64-bit Lubuntu live ISO, live medium ISO. So yeah, you know, it's good to go. The intention is to get it onto a rolling release so that, you know, in 2 or 3 years, when the end of support comes, you know, we wouldn't have to worry about that kind of crap. You know, where you can't update it anymore. You can't have it current. You can't have your system current. So I really want to get this onto a rolling release. You know, get these done for a rolling release. But in the interim, this is a very valid alternative for the interim. But I need those running instances of Scratchbox. So, you know, here it is, plain and simple, nice and clean, ready to go. You know, no headache for the end user here. So I need your help, guys. Okay, so that's about it. Anyway, I'm gonna kill all this now and upload this. So we'll talk to you guys later. Ciao.